Money and stressful jobs are keys to happiness? Many people are raised believing that landing a decent job is the most important thing. According to this viewpoint, real success is determined by how well the job is done, which is mostly reliant on the size of the salary. But in reality, happiness cannot be purchased with money. Even wealthy people will tell you that having more money comes with greater difficulties, such as being so stressed out that you turn to comfort eating, spending money on useless technology, and perpetually looking forward rather than living in the moment. Another significant cost of success is having little time to spend with loved ones. Many children raised by hired help come from homes of success-oriented people, merely so their parents may work more. Therefore, money typically only serves to increase dissatisfaction. Ask yourself this: is any stressful job worth having? Some people nowadays contend that no amount of money will compensate for the negative effects a demanding work can have on your mental health. However, it can seem as though you need to constantly increase your income when you have the "work is everything" mentality. Many people believe that once their annual income reached $50,000, they would be content. But as soon as that milestone was reached, the target steadily increased to $75,000, then $100,000, and so on. They were never content, ever. As their paycheck increased, so did their financial obligations and duties, which took the form of loans, automobiles, and mortgages. This is part of the reason they wanted more money. Do you have to pay off your debts and declutter surroundings to begin your shift to minimalism? You might not immediately know the answer to the question, what are the anchors that are bringing me down? However, there's a strong probability that you're burdened by debt of some kind, such as a mortgage, credit cards, or college loans, which has a negative impact on your well-being. Therefore, paying off all of your debts is the first and most important step in leading a minimalist lifestyle. Let's be clear, there is no such thing as good debt. You may have fallen victim to credit card advertisements or bankers who encouraged you to take advantage of a certain mortgage at some point. Simply said, debt is harmful in all forms. They adhered to a strict budget and spent 2 years saving as much as they could to pay off their debts like someone who is getting ready for a simple life. This meant 100 weeks without holidays, dining out, or any other luxuries. But the satisfaction he had from finally being able to pay off his debts made it all worthwhile. Now he could live the life he desired. You should concentrate on minimizing your physical clutter as you organize your finances. The first thing to understand is that your goods don't really say anything about who you are as a person. Instead, consider whether your possessions actually enable you to live in the moment, or if they only keep you from doing so. A mother had sealed boxes in her house for decades, but she never opened them. Every piece of schoolwork her child had brought home from elementary school was included, including drawings and handwriting assessments. The valued and significant things in life are not goods. Rather, they are our memories and connections. She was collecting these things in an effort to hold on to her young son. Although this doesn't mean you should discard everything, the mother could retain one poignant drawing in a frame rather than tightly sealed boxes. Decluttering gives us more mental and physical breathing room, in addition to more physical space. The constant presence of things vying for our attention can easily drain our mental energy. Is minimalism also about reducing the amount of junk you put into your body? There are numerous diets and exercise plans available. In fact, it may appear overpowering due to the sheer volume. But by retraining the way you view your body, you can avoid fashionable diets and short-term remedies. Think of it as a machine from now on. You can get the best performance out of it by providing it with high-quality fuel. When thinking in this way, it should be clear that processed foods and packed commodities should be avoided. This type of food is laden with preservatives and additives that have no nutritional benefit for your diet. All they offer is sugar, which is particularly bad for your health and is full of empty calories. These foods may taste wonderful at the time, but they frequently lead to unpleasant aftereffects. The long-term harm they can do to your physical health and mood outweighs any momentary pleasure, therefore. Dairy and bread should also be included in a smart decluttering plan, Since the development of agriculture, which is a relatively recent development in human history, we have only recently begun to consume wheat and pasteurized milk. The enormous amounts of dairy and bread seen in the typical modern diet are not something that our systems were ever intended to process. Therefore, reducing your intake of these items and substituting them with natural whole foods like vegetables, seafood, and legumes can be beneficial whether or not you have a gluten or lactose sensitivity. You'll soon notice that you have an abundance of energy once you've made this diet change. And having this is helpful for the following stage, which is getting the most out of your body. Fitness is something that works best when you have a perpetual growth mindset, which means you constantly want to improve on your previous performance, whether it's by running faster, performing more repetitions, or lifting bigger weights. You must set higher standards for yourself if you want to acquire this mindset. You may change the way you think from "I should" to "I must" to help make this happen. Say, "I must go for a run tomorrow at 8 a.m. instead of "I should go out jogging 3 times this week." You can even force yourself to complete new things with enough perseverance.